Welcome back. 13 minutes after the hour. The Trump administration is putting cartels in its crosshairs this morning after an attack on a suspected drug boat coming from Venezuela that killed 11 alleged gang members. Take a look at this video shared by President Trump, who says the strike happened in international waters in the South Caribbean. This comes as the U.S. bolsters its military presence around Venezuela. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey has the latest from the White House. Tom, good morning. What's the president saying about this boat strike?
Hey, good morning, Nick. Look, here at the White House, President Trump saying that this strike against an alleged drug boat should serve as a warning to anyone wanting to bring drugs into the United States. And like you showed, this whole strike got captured on video. In a post to Truth Social, President Trump shared this black and white video marked unclassified, showing a boat traveling in the water when suddenly you see a flash and then fire coming from the boat. The president saying that strike killed 11 people believed to be Venezuelan Tren de Aragua gang members. The U.S. military did not report any injuries to service members, but the president and his team saying this is only the beginning.
There's more where that came from. We have a lot of drugs pouring into our country, coming in for a long time, and these came out of Venezuela and coming out very heavily from Venezuela.
As long as the president's in the White House, he's made very clear he's not going to allow the United States to continue to be flooded with cocaine and fentanyl and other drugs coming from different places, this one from Venezuela.
Now, the timing of all this, very important to consider, too. The United States military has boosted its presence in the Caribbean recently, deploying at least 7 ships, as well as a nuclear-powered submarine and over 4,500 Marines near Venezuela. Also important to note with this story, Nick, is that President Trump has accused Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro of conspiring with drug cartels and the Tren de Aragua gang as well. Maduro recently commented about that deployment of the U.S. military, describing it as an unjustifiable and immoral threat. Nick?
Tom, quick question for you. This strike, of course, is coming just as Secretary of State Marco Rubio is starting his trip to Latin America. What can we expect from those meetings, particularly the one that he will be having with the president of Mexico?
Yeah, a very notable trip for Secretary of State Marco Rubio. This actually marks his 3rd trip to the region during this term. And starting today, he's actually going to be meeting with Mexican leaders. But this trip to Latin America also involves a stop in Ecuador. And during both legs of that trip, he expects to focus on threats from drug cartels, as well as other issues like security and tariffs. President Trump in particular has called out Mexico for not doing enough to stop the flow of fentanyl across the border. So that, too, is expected to be a very big talker during this trip to Latin America. Nick?
All eyes on the next few days there. Tom, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.